Hello! All right, I'm Jessie, and I am here with Katie, and we are discussing City of Lies by Sam Hawke, which was our Shelf Space book of the month. If you want to introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Katie. My channel is Brightness Katie Reads. I have it in the description thing. I mostly read like fantasy and sci-fi. Probably quite similar to Jessie.
Yeah,
I think
lots
we
of
have quite similar
Cosmere.
tastes. Yeah, I love the Cosmere. I've recently really been loving Realm of the Eldlings by Robin Hall.
I need to start that.
I just love a lot of books.
Yes, same. Yeah, we have pretty similar reading tastes, which is why I thought that you'd be a really fun pick for co-host for this month.
Yeah, I really love Shelf Space as well. I think I've followed it like since the beginning.
Yeah. There's so many fun people in there. And we've done a lot of cool books. So I'm excited to talk to this one because I think this one has broken my personal shelf space curse.
Yeah.
I've done 3 so far as co-host, and 2 of them were duds.
Oh no!
My first one was Rage of Dragons, which I wasn't a fan of, and it like broke the whole Discord apart. Like they either hated it or loved it.
Yeah, it was quite controversial.
And then Bethany and I did Kill the Queen. Neither one of us liked that one very much.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've heard of that one.
It's one of those where it's like you can read it really quick, but nothing special.
Yeah.
Just, it's there. I have no idea how it's adult fantasy. It was very, like, it should have been marketed as YA.
Yeah.
And it probably would have been much better.
Yeah.
But this one, I actually liked.
Yeah.
Yay! And it was not what I was expecting
either. I was gonna say that as well. I really liked it as well. I think I probably would give it about 4 stars.
Yeah, that's about what I gave it.
But yeah, for some reason I don't know what I was expecting, but it just wasn't quite what I was expecting. But I still really like it. But I think it was kind of darker than I was expecting.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It was a lot less magical than I was expecting too.
Yeah.
Up until pretty much the very end.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh wait, there is magic in this world. Like, what just happened?
Yeah.
But it was really cool. I'm glad that you liked it too. And it seems like a lot of the people in the Discord who read it also enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think for me, I really enjoyed the like intrigue and like the political kind of machinations.
Yeah.
And like trying to figure out what was going on, because there's kind of I would say there was like 2 sort of conflicts going on at the same time, because like they're trying to work out who's like poisoned the old chancellor and the uncle, and at the same time there's all the rebels and they're trying to deal with this big rebellion, and then it's like, we're trying to deal with them, and are they linked? And it's quite good to try and work it all out.
Yeah, I thought it was really good with like all the politics, which is something I really like in books anyway. So I'm like, it's heavy politics. I'm sold.
Yeah.
And I loved that we didn't know who was like the villain, or like we did not know until literally the end of this book, because it kept you guessing. I don't know about you, but for me, I was like, oh, it could be this person. It's definitely this person.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh no, maybe it's not. Maybe it was this other person. It's like you don't trust anyone.
Yeah. And I think actually one of my favorite scenes is when Kalina realizes who the like main villain is. I don't know. I just really like that moment.
I see you.
Frozen a little bit.
Oh no. My internet's been wonky.
It's okay. I can hear you now, I think.
Okay. It's been wonky like all week. I'm like, what is going on?
A couple of weeks ago here, it was like super windy and the internet just had a complete meltdown.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's back up-ish, maybe? But yeah, I definitely didn't see who the villain was until literally the end. Like, and it kind of caught me off guard, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
It was like the one person I thought, I was like, no.
Yeah. And then there was a thing where it was like at one point they were like wondering if it was one of two people, and then they would like think it was one person. No, it's not them. And then the other person, no, it's
Right.
not them. And the other person, no, it is them.
And then they had the really cute, like, little romance in it.
Yeah, I actually really like that.
I
think,
did too.
Hadria,
Yeah.
probably, I don't know, she was maybe my favorite character. I really liked her.
I liked her too. I'm hoping we get more of her in book 2.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I did like the romance a little. I feel like it wasn't like if the romance had been the main focus, I don't know how much I would have liked it. But like I just liked that little hint that was there, and I liked their kind of banter and stuff.
I did too. I liked that it was a romance, but it wasn't the main plot of the book. Like it could have easily gone to where like this romance is like, oh, we're just gonna turn this into a romance fantasy. And it's like, oh, why? Because so many books I feel like do that. They're like, now we're gonna lean into the romance, but it really didn't.
Yeah, no, it was good.
I thought the rebel tribes were really cool too.
Yeah. Thought that was interesting.
Because to me, it's like you couldn't really tell who was the actual bad guy in this situation. Because you're like rooting for these people the whole time, and then you kind of figure out, am I supposed to be rooting for these guys? Or like
Yeah, it was kind of like everyone is like you wanted them to find like peace, but they're saying, that like dichotomy. And yeah, it was really interesting, like working out kind of almost whose side you're on.
Yeah.
And actually seeing the characters like trying to work out sort of whose side they're on as well.
Yeah.
Because I think especially like Tane, I really liked him as well actually.
Yes.
He was he like was almost on the side of the rebels at times.
Yeah.
So, like, and he was like trying to support their cause, which I liked.
I really like. He was probably my favorite character in the book. Like I just loved him.
Yeah, him and Hadria. I think my faves.
Because it's like he wants to be good so bad.
I know, he's so like sweet. Oh.
Yes. I knew you would love him. I'm reading him. I'm like, this is a Katie character because he is just like a sweet cinnamon roll, but kind of a badass at the same time.
Yeah.
Also kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Perfection.
Yeah.
You should definitely pick it up. It's very light on the fantasy, so
yeah, it reminded me a lot of another book called The Counselor by E.J. Beaton. Just in terms of the like kind of, it's not super like fantastical, but it's very like political. Yeah, and they're trying to, at the start of that book, the queen gets killed, and then they're trying to work out who poisoned her. So it's kind of a bit similar.
Okay. I need to add that one to my TBR because that sounds good.
Yeah, it's good. And actually, I was going to say, another thing I really loved about this one is all the poison stuff.
Yes.
And like the little sections at the beginning of each chapter with where it like talks about, it gives you a little, I'll just show you.
Yeah, this is what this poison does.
The poison, and like the symptoms, and to me, like that was just, I don't know, I really like that, like the pharmacology.
I liked that part too. I love when books have that like little like beginning chapter, little excerpts that you're like, you really shouldn't ever skip them because they might be super important.
Yeah. And I think, I just liked like all this stuff with the like when they're trying to work out like the antidotes and things. It just felt a bit kind of like medical to me, so I liked it.
Yeah, I liked that too. As our medical student over here. But I thought it was really cool. The tribes, as we got to the end.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with like the caverns and like digging through the walls.
Yeah.
I was just like, I need more of that. Like, I wanted more of their story, I think.
Yeah. I think that would be really cool. I actually have the sequel, so I'm interested to see if that like goes into more about the kind of history and like what did they call it? Was it like Taff or something? The like spirit magic of the world. Yeah,
the spirit. I just love anything with spirit magic. I am always drawn into that.
Yeah. And are we talking about spoilers or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to dive into spoilers. It's going to be fully spoilery. So if you have not read it, come back and watch it when you finish it. Because it's really hard to talk about, especially this one without
Yeah.
spoilers. Because it's
Yeah.
like there's a siege and we're trying to find out who murdered a chancellor.
Yeah. I
And
feel
that's
like
about
that's the like synopsis.
yes. But it was good. We
Yeah.
both liked it. Shelf space
Yeah.
curse has been broken.
Yeah.
But now we will go full spoilers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna say that was it as soon as like that mechanical spirit thing they got out and were like pretending with it, I thought I know the real one's just gonna come.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I was waiting for that. I was like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. How you find out that you're like, oh, they've tricked them all these years ago with this
Yeah.
mechanical, not a real spirit. And you're like, what?
Yeah, yeah. I thought that's cool. It reminded me of an episode of a TV show, and I can't remember which TV show it is or was. But like this some like big mechanical like instrument. I'm sure it's like something animated, but
Probably.
I really like that bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. And then I thought the whole time, like, all I wanted to know was what this poison was that killed the chancellor.
Yeah. I don't think they ever found out.
I don't think they ever actually said exactly what it was, just that they found it was like something new. And I was like, but I need more. And I love that it completely tore down like these entire society's concept of like right and wrong and like civilized society.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're a civilized society. We don't have an army. We don't fight. Like, and then when they need to, they're screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a really interesting point actually, and the kind of and like how the like motivations for the villain is sort of based on that, because they like almost trying to pull off a coup in a way. So yeah,
I did not expect the military leader
that's
like gone the entire time to be the brainchild of all of this.
I have to say though, probably not surprising if anyone watches my channel, but I did actually like her.
I know. Same. I mean, I would be down to have more of her. Like, let's get like a novella, like with her perspective.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's like a lot of interesting elements to her, like because like you said, we don't see much of her. She just kind of comes into it later. We don't really get to find out her like full kind of motivations and things. I think that could be really interesting to explore.
Yeah. I actually really think that would be fun because like her perspective, the reason she did it, like kind of makes sense in a way.
Yeah. I think like almost every side has kind of understandable motivations.
Yeah, I liked that because it wasn't like mustache twirling villains.
Yeah.
It wasn't like somebody was evil just for the point of being evil. They had, you know, their motivations for it, and they thought it would be like this would be better for society as a whole.
Yeah.
Just kind of went about it.
Yeah.
In a way that causes destruction.
Yeah, I do. I think that's my favorite kind of villain, where like they're not just evil for the sake of being evil, but they are actually evil. Like they do bad things and stuff. Because like sometimes villains, I feel like they just don't, like, I would almost call them like morally grey villains, in like the opposite of a morally grey protagonist. Like they're not super evil just being evil. They're like, they have genuine motivations, but they do actually like do bad things. I don't know if I'm getting my point.
No, but like it makes sense because that's my favorite type of villain too. Like I want to be able to understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, I can see like your motivations and I can see what you want to change, but you were going about this.
Yeah.
In a totally wrong way.
Yeah. And I thought it was actually as well, I liked it interesting, like at the start of the book, the chancellor and the uncle when they die. I
Mhm.
think it would have been almost interesting, like they almost took a lot of secrets like to the grave with them. I
Yeah.
think they probably knew a bit more about what was going on. And then our characters are like left trying to piece together what's kind of happening. So
Yeah, because
I
you're
like
like,
that.
they know, but did not get a chance to like get it out, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
it was a stressful read because the whole
Yeah.
time I'm like, okay, well, what's gonna happen next? And
Yeah. And actually that's one thing I like, especially at the beginning. It really struck me, like a lot of the chapters sort of end on almost like cliffhangers and kind of
yes,
like darker than you would expect. Like there's this one chapter where it ends and like the runners they sent out like come back with their heads in bags, and like I was like,
yes,
whoa, I
yes,
wasn't this to be like quite as dark.
right. I didn't expect that either. And then what actually happened to the runners?
Yeah, that was almost like even worse.
Even made it worse when you find out, like, oh,
Yeah, and it's like they're kind of almost like trying to sabotage the piece, and I thought, yeah, that was
yeah.
interesting.
I thought it was really cool. And then, we've got the really interesting, I guess, like the societal norms that they have, like how they raise
Oh,
children
yeah, I
and
thought that was quite interesting.
like,
It's not so different.
yeah, because you're like, oh, well, they think that the barbarians are raised with like the mother and father and they take on
Yeah,
the fathers and they're like, no, we've got, the mom is basically the head of the family
yeah, yeah.
and they're raised with like an uncle and the mom basically.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting, and it's like a very interesting take on like matriarchal society. I feel like because it's not like typically what you'd see. Because often for like
Yeah.
matriarchy, you just think it's just like patriarchy, but with
Right.
women in charge. But it's kind of like a whole different like family structure and stuff. So
Yeah, it was a really cool family structure. And I really enjoyed that because it's not like, the women are the ones in power, but it's also not like the
yeah,
men are the ones in power. It was like a pretty
yeah,
even balance.
yeah.
And then you get the one guy, oh, I forget his name, the visiting diplomat that brought like
Oh
the
yeah,
squirrel.
yeah. I quite liked him,
I
but
thought he was
also I feel like
great.
he just like disappeared like about
Yeah.
3/4 of the way through the book.
He was just kind of there.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, wait, he's there? Oh, wait, he's back. And then
yeah.
he
I
brought
think
like the squirrel.
yeah. He might maybe come up like later in the next book, because I do feel like there were some sort of like loose ends or like mysteries that weren't quite solved. Because like the poison, we didn't really find out
Yeah, we don't find out
what
much
that
about
poison
that.
is. And I think
And
the
all
fact
the
that maybe
magic.
yeah,
You're
and
like,
like the
what's that
fact that
about?
poison was like unknown, that's probably significant. But
Yeah. I
so
can
I would
see
like to
that being
find
big
more
in
about.
book 2, hopefully. So I definitely want to
Yeah,
read the second one now.
yeah. I don't know what the synopsis is.
I don't either. I tried to like not look it up, but I'm like,
Yeah,
I added it like to my wish list to pick up.
yeah.
So hopefully soon, because
Mm,
finishing series just is not my strong suit.
yeah. I don't actually know if it's just a duology or if there's going to be any more
I'm
books.
not sure. I know there's only 2 right now. But I
Yeah.
think there's supposed to be 3, but I don't know if like the third one's like not being published or
Yeah.
I
I
didn't look
just
too deep into it
yeah,
because
I have Goodreads on another tab and just like
yeah.
to sit, and so it just has like the 2 books, and there's no like
Okay.
because sometimes like if there's a
It'll
third book going to be coming out, it'll like be there but not
but
published yet.
not
But,
yeah.
yeah, there's only 2, so
Okay, so
maybe
maybe
the
it is
next
just a
book's on.
duology.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to find out more about like we didn't get very much about like their mom. There was like a
Oh yeah,
little
that
bits
was
and pieces about her, but I'm like, I want to
yeah.
know more about like this mom that's just up and left.
Yeah,
Like,
that was a bit mysterious.
yeah. So that's what I'm like. I'm hoping since it's a book 1, like the loose ends get tied up.
Yeah.
And what did you think of the sister? I can't remember her name.
Like Kalina.
Yeah, I think
Oh
something
yeah.
like that.
I liked her. I think interesting. So I read like about the first half, just over half, like physically, and then I switched to the audiobook.
Okay.
And I actually found it a lot easier to distinguish between the two POVs on
Okay.
audio, because I was struggling a bit in the first half. Sometimes I felt like, because I feel like almost the two main characters, or at least the two characters you get the POVs from, it doesn't always feel like their story.
Mhm.
It feels almost like they're just narrating the story of what's happening in the city. So sometimes it could be a bit hard to distinguish, like, between the two POVs, because they're both first person.
Mhm.
But
That's
then
what I kind of felt too. I had a hard
yeah,
time distinguishing between the two. I had to go back and look and be like, okay, wait, whose POV am I in right now?
yeah. But then on audio, it's two different narrators, like one male and one female.
Okay.
So it was really easy to just distinguish.
That's good.
So yeah, I would probably recommend the audiobook.
I would definitely have to
like
try
reading it
that.
physically. The only thing that was really annoying in the audiobook, which was so, like, because in the, they like use the expression honor down.
Yes.
And I actually quite liked it when I was reading it physically, because I just, and the, like, way I imagined them saying it.
Yeah.
To it on audio, it just sounded a bit strange. I don't know. But no, I would definitely say the audiobook was good.
Yeah,
But,
like honor was huge. Like it was
yeah,
all about honor.
yeah, that was another actually really interesting concept, because, like, it's like the ideals of honor have gotten corrupted
Yeah.
by almost, like, yeah.
I wanted more of what was it,
Yeah.
Colleen? The sister. Because it's like her story itself was so interesting. The fact that she
Yeah,
was like medically frail and that she
yeah,
ended up being a spy and because she couldn't
yeah,
be a poison taster.
yeah.
But I feel like we just didn't get enough
No,
like of
yeah,
her backstory for me to really connect with her, I guess, the way I did
yeah,
with Joven.
yeah. I feel like like I was saying about the characters almost feel like they're just narrating the story of the city. I think I would have liked probably more, like, almost characterization about the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, yeah, Kalina probably had less, like, page time than Joven, so we didn't
Yeah.
really get that much of her anyway.
Right.
So, and I think she could be really interesting. Like,
I think so too, because her story was really cool. Like, and especially
yeah,
when she escapes.
yeah, I
And
really
you're like,
liked
yes, she's
yeah,
finally doing something.
yeah.
Like,
And I really liked when she, like, realized that Avon was, like, the bad guy, because she's like,
yes.
realized, like, here's that tune, and then she's like, oh no, what happened? He must have reached the, like, I can't remember his name, but the, like,
Oh,
medicine
yeah, that
guy
wrote the
must have
song for
yeah, it
her.
must have, like, actually reached them, and then it all sort of unravels. I thought that was really good.
I really liked at the end because I thought she was dead. I was like, oh, she
Yeah,
dead. And then the
yeah,
epilogue, you're like, wait,
yeah.
the other soldier saved her.
Yeah, I'd actually, like, looked to, like, see how many pages the book was, and then, like, read the last sentence accidentally, where it said about they
Oh,
Lena to wake up or something. So I sort of knew she wasn't, like, completely
yeah. I have a tendency to do that too, where I'll
yeah.
look, oh, exactly how many pages, and I'll read the last page, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Sometimes I just like to read the last page though, just
Yeah.
to calm
do
my
that.
nerves.
Yeah, I do that a lot, especially if it's a series I, like, really love. Like, I'll always read, like, the ending bit,
Yeah.
like for the Stormlight Archive. Like, the first thing I do is
yes.
turn to the end and make sure Kaladin's still alive.
Yes. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
As soon as we get book 5, I'm flipping to the end.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is he here?
Yeah.
Although I'm terrified for that one.
And, like, I don't think knowing that, like, ruined the story at all for me. Like, I was still, like, worried for her.
Oh, right? Because you're like, okay, well, something happens.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see I want to know what the second book is. Like, what the Hollow Empire is the second book.
Ooh. The thing moving from poison and treachery to war and witchcraft.
Yes.
Sounds
so that might be more.
Yeah. Oh, so they've woken the ancient spirits.
Okay.
So it's like the magic maybe is now awoken. Sounds
yeah, cool. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
A proofer and a
Oh.
spy to save
I
their
have actually
country.
heard really good things about the second book.
I
Like,
have too. I've heard a lot of people like it better.
yeah.
So that gives me hope. Because
Yeah.
I liked this one.
Yeah.
But there was so many like loopholes that I really wanted explored too.
Yeah. I feel like there were one or two things that like made it not like a favorite.
Yeah.
But I like really enjoyed like the plot and things. I think the main thing for me maybe was like the two main characters. You just didn't really like completely love them.
I agree. Like I loved the side characters more.
Yeah.
Like Tane, I wanted his perspective. We
Yeah,
need like a
yeah,
POV of
yeah.
Tane. Like
Yeah. I really liked him.
I wanted him to, I think, end up with the sister. But when
Oh yeah. Got like little unrequited love.
little unrequited love.
Yeah.
Oh, Angela, I know you didn't love it, Angela, didn't you?
Oh.
I think I liked it a little more than you. Yeah, his perspective. I just want a whole book from him.
Yeah.
And his unrequited love with the sister.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not far off.
I thought Tane was like in love with Avon, and then Kalina was in love with Tane. And
yeah, like it was a
triangle.
whole.
Yeah.
It would make a very interesting love triangle.
Yeah.
Or just like a big polyamory group. I'd be okay with that too in the end.
Yeah, and I kept forgetting that like Jovan and Kalina and Tane weren't related. Like I kept thinking of them as cousins. I don't know why.
Right? It did kind of feel that way at points though. Because like I guess they were like raised together, so.
Yeah.
I agree. That's what I don't know if we had kind of talked about that, how they blended in our heads. Yeah. Like I still really liked it, but it's like it was hard for me to separate which POV we were in half the time.
Yeah, and I would have loved just more like sibling moments. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like
we got like a couple of them, but like I love siblings, especially in fantasy.
Yeah. I loved how it's like we got little ones where it's like he's trying to protect her, but like she doesn't want it.
Yeah.
But I don't think we delved like deep enough into their relationship. Like
Yeah, and I think what Angela was saying about needing more character banter, I think the author can write good banter because like some of the moments between Jovan and Hadria were like really cute. Like so, yeah, just more of that.
Just more of it. Maybe the second book will give us more because I think it was a debut, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure this was a debut.
Yeah. There's no page where like other books by the author. So.
Yeah, I think this is their debut.
Yeah.
Got good.
It's quite an impressive book for debut. Like it's
quite
ambitious.
Yeah, their debut novel, City of Lies, was released in 2018. And I think these are the only two books they've written. No, there's one other, but it's an anthology.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I did like how Jovan, like they really did a good job showing his like obsessive compulsive moments.
Interesting, yeah. And how
the
like
counting,
his, like the way he like manages it, and like the like when he's under a lot of pressure.
Yes, we are talking full spoilers, Angela.
Yeah.
I was confused sometimes because like we were talking about how most of the time I was like, oh, it's this person. It's definitely this person. And then it wasn't that person.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have any issues with it.
Yeah. I think there were a few like bait and switches.
There was a lot of bait and switches.
Yeah, or where like the ending of a chapter would like lead you something like that. The scene in like Under the Cabins when what's her name? The like stone gilder. I think her name began with E.
Oh yeah.
And she's like having a little sex ritual.
Right, like I really thought it was her.
Yeah.
I saw them coming. I did not.
I don't know if I saw them coming or not. I felt like
back. Looking back, once we got one of the reveals with the guy, the
realized,
army
like,
guy. Yeah,
Marco was
Marco.
I thought Avon's definitely in on this.
Yeah.
But I did like when Avon's like revealed as the bad guy, because I just love her.
Right. I did start to think it was Marco, or he had something to do with it, because
Yeah.
I kept remembering the beginning scene with the soup. Because he didn't know he was like not knowing what was going on, and he took the soup to take it before.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, you can't have soup before him.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like latch onto it until the end, when I was like, oh wait. Yeah, he was the one person never questioned.
Yeah.
But everyone, I guess, thought he was stupid.
Yeah, because I feel like she was sort of like not there for most of the time, and then she just like come back and like, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm the bad guy. But I did.
The War Guild. I kind of, yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's true.
The War Guild was to blame.
Yeah.
But we could just get all of, and the one thing I never understood was Tane's obsession with the War Guild, and especially her, like, it made it seem like he was like obsessed with her. And then she came back and she's like, all right, we're gonna bang.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Have you met before? Like, it was a weird, that part was a little strange to me.
Yeah. I think that's what we were saying earlier about how we would have liked like more of her sort of backstory motivation.
Mm-hmm.
That probably, I think, would have been good for like explaining her motivations more, and like why she was the bad guy. Yeah. I'm just a sucker for like a evil MILF.
Yeah, they made sense.
Yeah.
I did say the chapters were also really long.
Yeah.
I found that. I was like, wait, why are these chapters so long?
Yeah. Some of them definitely were. Some of them were quite short though. And once I switched to the audio, actually, the chapters felt a lot shorter. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know if that was just because they were actually shorter in the second half.
Possible. Because I know the first few chapters were long.
The beginning couple of chapters were definitely long, yeah. I almost feel like they...
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mask of Mirrors.
Have you read the sequel?
I haven't yet, but I have it on my Kindle to read very soon.
Yeah.
I know Angela's been like, you need to read it. Everyone has told me I need to read it.
Yeah, it's good.
Another female narrator.
Yeah, they weren't like my favorite narrators ever, but I think it did definitely help like distinguishing the two voices.
Yeah, because that was my problem, was like, wait, whose perspective am I in again?
Yeah.
Because she'd be talking about Joven like the whole time we're in her perspective.
Yeah.
And then Joven's also talking about Joven and his perspective. And you're like, wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did like that she was a spy, though. That she got like her little spy moments.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And as well when Joven's doing his like proofing and stuff, that was one of my favorite bits with where he's like working on what's going on, and like in his little lab when he was.
Yes. I like how the proofing is like an open secret. He's like, nobody knows. It's like everybody knows.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what you actually do. No one just says anything.
Yeah. It was quite an interesting dynamic though. Maybe one I would have liked to see explored a little bit more between Tane and Joven.
Yeah.
And, like, how Joven feels like that's his like almost role and destiny in life. That's like his purpose almost.
Yeah.
But then Tane's like has mixed feelings on it, and he's kind of reluctant to have this like life in his hands. Or not in his hands, but anyway.
But yeah, he doesn't want like his best friend to die for him.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting sort of.
I did enjoy his speech at the end when he was like speaking through like the Tane speech when he was talking through the mechanical.
Yeah, and when he's like, actually, this thing is
this is not real.
Yeah.
Random people. But yeah, when he's speaking through it and they're like, oh, by the way, and you're like, no, you're ruining it. This is not what you're supposed to do. And he's like, by the way, this isn't real.
Yeah.
This is Tane,
Yeah.
and
I did like that there, and I feel like it fit well with Tane's character.
yeah, I thought it did too, because he's like, no, we
Although,
want peace. We want to be like open and honest with everybody. And
yeah, although towards the end, I was slightly confused about like who was in the water and who was.
yeah, I did
Because
get. I was
I'm
like,
sure
wait,
Tane fell in at one point, and then Hadria fell in, and Kalina was already in there.
yeah,
It was like,
everybody's in the water.
Yeah.
I think so, because we just read the description of the second book, and it's like the magic has awoken, and now it's like a whole like world of new magic and spirits and gods, and I'm like, okay, I can probably get down with that.
Yeah.
So I want to pick it up because I think it'll be more like, I really liked all the politics of this one, but I think the second one might have more of the like magical fantasy elements, the world building elements.
This one was very like focused just on the city kind of thing, and I think a lot of fantasy series tend to do that. Like the first book's very sort of like centralized, and then they slowly start expanding.
Yeah, because I wanted more of the world, like, because it mentions like other places.
I think there's a lot of like elements of interesting to be explored.
Maybe not,
that's
but
true.
I liked Joven. I liked Joven a lot.
I mean, I like the characters.
Out of the
I just feel like we didn't get enough of them, like enough of their sort of characterization. Like they almost fell by the wayside because of the plot. Yeah, there was like quite a lot of plot packed in there. Like when you think about like what's happened.
Yeah, I would definitely say this is more of a plot heavy than character heavy.
Yeah, and like I'd say like political plot almost.
Yeah,
but I do quite like that bit. Yeah,
I do too. I thought it was a fun one. Hey, it was better than my Kill the Queen that we did last time, so I'm happy. Because that was a mess.
Yeah. Do you mean downtime?
Downtown?
No,
downtown. Like there was a lot of the lower town being destroyed. But yeah, there was a lot of downtime, and
I like that though. I think it's probably coming from, I've been finding a lot of books recently. I've been getting annoyed with them that they don't have enough like downtime.
Yeah.
Like I just want a moment for the characters to be like, okay. And I think it's because I like before Christmas had read all the Realm of the Earthlings, and Robin Hobb like gives her characters so much time to just like reflect. and so I like that. And then suddenly I was reading these books and like it's just happening, and I just
everything's going on.
Yeah. I agree. If you don't like the characters, then like moments of downtime are quite boring.
I agree.
Yeah.
But like, there was enough really interesting plot stuff going on.
Yeah, I think
I was able to kind of overlook a lot of that.
Yeah, it was definitely the plot and stuff that kept me engaged, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't the characters.
I quite like the writing.
Yeah, I think she's a good writer.
Good, yeah. Especially for debut, it's quite impressive.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see, maybe whatever she does next. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because I think the second one was released in, it says 2020. So
yeah, I think I can remember when that came out. Vaguely.
Yeah. But hopefully.
I don't know if it's the UK cover, the US one, but there's like a hand with a crown around it.
Oh yeah, that's one I see here on Goodreads, which that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It does have pretty covers.
Yeah, I think that was the main reason initially why I wanted to.
Yeah. I want to say I remember seeing Patrick talk about it at some point. Okay. And I think that's why I was like, oh, yeah, I'll pick that one out because Patrick was talking about it.
I've done that for a few books.
Right? Where it's like, I don't know anything about this, but like this booktuber has said something good about it, so I'm probably just going to grab it and see what happens.
Recently, everyone's been talking about Illborn. I don't know if you've heard.
Oh, I've heard of it. I haven't read that
Yeah,
one
I
yet,
haven't read it, but
though.
I kind of want to. Um, oh yeah, I saw her. I
Oh,
saw her review, like her video review earlier. I don't know why
yeah.
I was even googling. I was searching reviews or something, but
Ah,
yeah.
we can't love them all, Angela.
Mm. Yeah, I do feel like I was expecting it to be slightly more humorous, though. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
it wasn't really.
it wasn't. It was darker than I expected, which is fine.
Yeah, yeah,
I think it would have been good to add some more humor in there, though,
yeah. And I think that
especially
might
like
have
to
helped a bit
balance
with like
the
the character moments.
darkness.
Yeah, yeah,
Because there was a
yeah,
lot of side characters that I felt like were just kind of there for
yeah,
a moment. Like we talked about the like visiting diplomat with the
yeah,
squirrel, but then
yeah.
it's like they go
Just
away.
yeah.
And you're like, wait, what was the point of them other than to
Yeah, I
bring
felt like
in this?
he was like gonna have another role or something, and then
Yeah.
sort of vanished.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be more important than he was.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
Hadria'S mom.
Oh yeah, I liked her and like her brother
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Like I thought they were going to be like a little bit more. I mean, and maybe they pop up in book 2
Mm.
and like
Yeah,
fill in
although
some of
like
the holes.
Hadria's mother did have her like moment where she like comes to
Yeah.
clean and it's like I'm.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Oh yeah.
Sar Sar Sarina.
Something like that. Yeah.
And she's like, I'm gonna stand with him, and then everyone like follows.
Yeah.
I like that moment.
I did
And
like that moment, like that middle of battle, like pick your side.
yeah, I do love those kind of cheesy like battle moments where it's like we're all in this together.
Yeah. I also thought it was really interesting kind of showing how they went from being this like non-warring society to
Mm,
utilizing like just whatever they have to make
yeah,
makeshift weapons
yeah. I
and
also
feces.
yeah,
They're like, we're gonna throw buckets of poop at them. I was
yeah,
like, really? That just happened.
yeah. And I thought it was actually interesting in a way that because the society is so like peaceful, almost like they don't want the war and things,
Yeah.
when they have this war like and they're unprepared for it, that almost led to like more violence because they don't have any like strategies of how to like try and
Yeah.
make peace or negotiate. I mean, they were being sabotaged, but
Right.
like yeah,
At
so it's
every
like,
turn.
yeah.
But it was good. It was definitely a good debut. New
Yeah,
favorite? Probably not, but
yeah, I
better than my
agree.
other 2 shelf space books.
Yeah. I think I'm definitely glad I read it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'd be really interested in the sequel. I don't know if I
Same.
really have any like theories.
I don't either. I don't know how or where they're gonna go from
Yeah,
there. Like
yeah,
what happens next in
yeah.
this
Because
world?
I thought maybe like Avon would just like come back and like like Javen wouldn't realize that she was like
Yeah.
a bad guy. And the book was going to end with like her being back in the city and Kalina like
Yeah.
being unconscious and like not realizing, or like the end would be Kalina would wake up and like reveal this, and then that would be how the book ends. But then they've
Yeah.
already kind of dealt with it.
Oh, is it?
That's interesting. I'm gonna just get it off my shelf and see who the POVs are.
Yeah. The siege
Because
woke
I want
the
to know if
ancient
any of the
spirits.
characters have POVs.
Yeah, because it uses their names in the description, but
Like at the start of the book. At the
that
start
would
of
be
each
cool if we got more POVs though.
Yeah.
I would like Tane's POV, please.
Yeah.
And Hadria.
That's
I
what
really want
I
like
wanna
Tane and
know, yeah.
Hadria's POVs.
So far, I've only seen Jamin and Kalina. But interestingly, the like snippets at the start of each chapter is like incidents where people have been poisoned and like what poison they used,
Oh,
which I think is really cool.
I wonder if they're still trying to figure out what the poison is.
Yeah, they might be. I think it'll probably be quite similar. Like they're trying to do the city politics and with all the new magic. like
Yeah.
threatening them.
Witches and assassins turn their sights to domination.
Yeah, no, interesting. Yeah, we'll see.
Right. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be interesting. I like that it has like more of the, I guess, traditional fantasy magic. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a pretty cover though.
yeah,
I
they
like
do
the
like look nice
crown.
together.
They do. I like the UK covers, I think, better than the US ones.
I often feel like I like the UK cookies more.
I do. Usually,
Like
9
a lot.
times out of 10, I do.
Yeah, which is good because I mean I live in the UK, so
Right? And I have to order, like, I'll order them from, like, Book Depository.
yeah.
Bye, Angela!
Bye. Thank you for joining us.
Hopefully, we like the sequel too. Because I'll probably just pick it up on, like, ebook or, like, if I find it on sale.
Yeah.
God knows I need to stop the shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to get more like ebooks recently. Just to
Same. I'm like,
save shelf space.
Right. I have not enough room.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally we would talk about our theories about book 2 if we're going to read it, but I'm just.
Yeah, no. I feel like maybe like Hadria will have some kind of like ambassador role maybe between the like two peoples.
Oh, that would be cool.
Interesting. I don't know. And like
I think there could be a lot of politics, like trying to navigate like this world where like it's like now the magic is known and it's out. And
and like maybe the counselors, because like they didn't have a huge role in this book, they were just there to be annoying.
Right? They were.
They'll probably still be annoying and like trying to
Probably.
like get their own ways almost. I don't know. They might have, some of them might have slightly bigger roles or.
I would hope so. I really like the Stone Gilder. Like, I would like to see more of her.
Yeah.
Where it's like we think she's like betraying everybody. Come to find out, she's just having a sex ritual. Like, oh, not expecting that at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I liked her. So yeah,
I did too.
To see more of her. And yeah, maybe their mum will come back and like cause drama.
Yeah, because wasn't Tane's mom is gone too? Like both of their moms are like.
Oh, maybe they went off together.
Right? There we go. Add some more chaos to it. That'd be great.
Yeah, and I think Avon will probably be back.
Oh, for sure. Because they didn't kill her.
No, yeah, she'll probably cause.
She'll probably something. She's coming back.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way. Because in a fantasy book, if they are not dead.
Yeah. If you don't see the body, they're not dead.
Right, there's no body.
Even if they're thought to be dead. Right. I was gonna say, I did really like that bit where Tane was poisoned, and then they like tried to work out what the poison was and like the antidote, and then they're like faking that. They're telling everyone that Tane's actually dead.
Yeah.
To trick them. I really like that bit.
I did too. That was smart. And then when they figured out like more poison will help this poison.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna say something about that. So I liked how the kind of idea of like, and it's the same thing with like drugs, and in small doses something can be like helpful and like therapeutic, but then in large doses and like it's just a scale for everything, and then like some things which might be poisonous on their own or an antidote to something else, and I just really all that. I
thought that was cool too, because it goes to show you like even like with us, like it's not always like this bad, this good, like it all depends on the situation. But no, I thought it was fun, and I thank you for co-hosting with me.
Thank you for having me.
It seems like a lot of people liked it. A lot of people in the Discord, so I think we did good this time. But did you have anything else you wanted to say before we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it a lot because I think a lot of us liked it. We know Angela wasn't the biggest fan, but but still not bad. 3 stars, Angela is good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We had a lot of fun talking about the City of Lies. And hopefully you will join next month's Shelf Space. I believe we are reading Fellowship of the Rings.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's Abby Salter and Stephanie from Stephanie's Bookverse.
Oh.
And I know I'm excited because I haven't read that since like the beginning of high school.
Yeah,
Like,
I've never read Lord of the Rings, so
I want to say it was in like 9th grade. Like I was like 14.
yeah.
So we will see. I have like a big bind up movie edition.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
But yes, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for having me. Bye.